Yeah, so first I'm gonna do just a regular like market check. Show, try to explain what I'm looking for. So I'm starting on the daily time frame here, and I'm just looking at our recent levels. We had a really nice push up towards the high. We did have our structure break. We made like a higher high from our previous daily sort of local high, which is really bullish for us. We are still in a downtrend, in this downtrending channel. So something I'm looking for is currently this level right here. It's a inverse fair value gap on the daily. I think you have it on the 12 hours well, yeah. And that's a area that we previously rejected off. Just something worth to watch. Because after sweeping this recent high here, we have a pretty big probability of dropping down to sweep some sell side liquidity. So coming down to at least these levels. Then we also do have this fair value gap around this price. We have the 200 daily EMA as well coming up to daily fair value gaps, 12 hour around that price. So I'm just looking for if we scale it down even more. Yeah, so we have the same thing here. Just waiting for us. If you look on the 4 hour, we have a 4 hour imbalance towards the 68 area. Which is possible that we push up to. We also have this inverse fair value gap, which is the one I'm looking at mostly. So we scale down to the 1 hour. As we can see, where we have been, like, our momentum is insane. We're just going up and up and up, leaving all this sell side, all these wicks. Everyone with long zeros most likely stops below this. All that liquidity for later. And right now we're just we made some lower highs, but still really no lower lows as we're holding up. So I'm just looking for a local internal sweep of liquidity before I start looking for shorts again. So basically I want to see these highs get swept. Swept into this inverse fair value gap that we have right here. Most likely fill it all the way up. And then some sort of break of structure on the 15 minutes before trying to short it down towards our internal sell side liquidity right here, which is where I'm interested for longs again, because our momentum is still bullish even if we do break down towards these areas.
Wait, so do you think we might range for a little while before moving down?
Yeah.
Until like we see like a break of these lower lows?
Wait, ask again.
So I was asking, like on Bitcoin, as we still haven't really done any lower lows.
Yeah.
As long as we don't see that, we should be ranging, and as soon as we see this lower low, then we could be starting to short from there.
Yeah. Yeah. So I usually like to watch the 15 minutes as my scalps mostly start there. So 50-minute lower low, I look for inverse fair value gap, and this inverse fair value gap is basically a normal fair value gap that got disrespected. So a bullish fair value gap that we just ran through, came back to tested as from support to resistance, and short that like the way down. So basically, if you look at something like this, so if this is our low right here, we made our low here, come back up. If we have a inverse, so this was a bullish fair value gap right here, but we ran through it. That's the entry I will be looking for us to sweep lower liquidity. So you can start off by targeting our local lows here, which is your first sort of liquidity area. And these are the 1 hour lows that made our high. So that's an important level as well for us to break through. So if we break through this, I suspect we come all the way down. If we hold above this, I think we can just push up all the way towards the 4 hour fair value gap.
Alright, so just in case, you would be taking quite a lot of profit on that 64k mark, right?
Yeah. So I will be scaling out there. And then if we do break down, you can always look for a second entry. If you see some sort of local sweep.
Like you would fully close your short and then re-enter back if we see lower.
Yeah. Cause I'm happy with a trade like this. It's a good three.
What's the reward ratio? It's a 3 for 1, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So something in that sense is what I would be looking for. I would like to sweep these lows. It's basically just untapped liquidity all the way around these. We did not get a wick down that swept anything before going up. But that does show our momentum is very strong. And of course the daily higher high that we did make is important as well. But just something I usually watch for. And the same is if we do come down and not sweep the highs, I will be looking for longs in this at this 1 hour low. That's very important. Because I do want to see our internal highs get swept before we go down. So something like that. Then the same way the way down. Is what I'm interested in. Trading these weekend shops is not worth it. Just a very tight range, 0.8%. Some scalpers love it, but most people get wrecked in these conditions. So if we do look in the 50-minute structure right now, we are still quite bullish. We swept these lows. And even these. So this is like local, external, internal. This could have been your entry for long, if you were looking for longs in this sort of area.
Pretty dumb question, but how would you explain how a fair value gap works? I know you're not really doing that right now, but
fair value gaps, imbalances in price, like so like just so if we run through, it's just probability because we don't always fill the gaps, but it's basically price leaving an open. If you look at a closed market one, so like this, you see all these gaps we're leaving because of the market close and stuff that we're likely to fill. That's basically the same thing as a fair value gap. Just we don't have the market closes on crypto.
I understand. So basically, it's like filling a gap that has room.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay.
So you can have orders there. People have orders there, mostly used for seeing trends, continuations, and such.
And do you usually look at the liquidity places to see those value gaps easier?
Yeah. So
Like sweeping the low, sweeping the high.
yeah. Yeah, I do. And then yeah, because after a sweep, you can see most of the time after a sweep you do see some sort of fair value gap gets created. So we swept this. We did have now this is just market shop, so we can't really see anything there, but like no gaps there. But yeah, like if I can find anything. So here we had, yes, we swept these lows. We had this fair value gap here, right here, very small one, and then we bounced off it, respected off it. I like to use my inverse fair value gaps as well. Basically, I use them a lot. So you have a fair value gap, bearish fair value gap right here that we just ran through instead of respecting and dropping down after from here. And that works the same way as a normal fair value gap. So you just the opposite. So it's a support. So I like to use. I think you have seen on some of my entries, I have both a fair value gap and an inverse fair value gap set as my entry. Just shows how strong, like higher probability area of reversal.
I think I got it.
Yeah, and then I don't use heat maps, or like you could use heat maps for the liquidity, but generally you could just watch on higher time frames, bigger support and like supply and demand areas, and that's where people are likely to have their stop losses and so on. So if like here you have most people shorting, like, oh, lower high, people shorting here, so people are likely to have their stops above these local highs. So that's why I'm like interested in sweeping these highs before we start dropping down, because market doesn't give anyone like a free ride unless we have like a very bearish momentum, which we don't. Yeah, so just something I'm watching for the next week. And we do have on Solana as well. I'm gonna watch 4 hour. I think I have even daily. Yeah, so we have this daily inverse for value gap. You see how we bounced off it right here. Then we broke through it, and then it worked as a resistance. So the difference between Solana and Bitcoin is that we have not swept these local highs yet on the daily time frame, as we have on Bitcoin. So I would expect us to push up even more for on the next week. Most likely up towards around this 50% mark of fair value gap. So something in that before we start sweeping any lower liquidity like these. Here is the same as Bitcoin. We had the internal sweep of liquidity. We didn't sweep this. This low is protected. From buyers are protecting it. No lower lows. We're just very bullish still. And that's also why I did long. Was it Friday? I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm long on Solana since $128, and my next TP would be at 163. So it's exactly what you're looking at apparently.
Yeah.
Would you start a short from those highs if we see it double top like you're showing right now?
I would want to see more of this sort of.
Oh, okay, got it.
That would be my short.
Right,
Because of the momentum is so strong right now.
I was about to say the market is really bullish.
Yeah.
Right now, so it's a bit risky to short against the market.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, got it.
But we can see on the CCI divergence that we are creating like bearish divs. We are very high up. So this is our last bearish div that we had, and we dropped straight up. I don't know how much we dropped from there. Like 22% from Bitcoin. Guessing that was one for bigger drops. But yeah, we have one on Bitcoin as well right now, but we are so strong that we just keep going up.
Right. And what about Bitcoin dominance right now? Is it still making high highs? Or
I'm gonna check. I haven't checked it in a while.
I feel like we're really getting close to that top. It just keeps going up, and it's like we're nearly at 60% dominance. I feel like.
Oh yeah, I was watching this as a PO3. So you had your accumulation right here, manipulation, and then now the distribution. Yeah,
Right, right.
at least down towards the 200 EMA on the daily time frame. So I suspect Solana and alt do good next week.
Alright, that's good. Good info.
And then we do have the USDT dominance, which is what also worth watching. We have this very nice uptrend on the daily time frame. Just consistent higher highs.
Yeah, it does look like we're gonna see a bounce on that uptrend.
Yeah.
But
So this is our 1, 2, 3, fourth tap.
and what if we actually break down this uptrend? What would you think is the?
Oh, then I suspect we start sweeping liquidity, like start off in these lows.
Okay.
Yeah, so at least these two lows I think we sweep then. And that I'm guessing that would put Bitcoin at 70k or something like that.
Yeah. So like if we do break down, the crypto would totally explode, right?
Yeah,
Right. Got it.
you will probably test this upper range of 69.4 then, which is for our fair value gap. But yeah, our momentum is just insane. So bullish
Yeah,
for spots.
I'm all in right now.
I love that. I did have a very nice Solana chart. I have this long.
Oh yeah, this looks really nice. Oh, you entered at 21. Wow.
Yeah, so I entered back then, and I hit my first target at 160.
What's your leverage on this usually?
I only have 7x leverage on this one.
7. Alright.
Yeah.
It's a higher swing trade, right?
Yeah,
High
swing
five
trade.
points.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mostly have this. I just set and forget. So if we start losing this trend line I have right here, so like this, if we start losing going below this, I will close it. But if we, as long as we stay above it, I'm gonna target 200 still.
Alright. So you do not move your stop loss.
I have it
Yeah,
at
that's
I have it at break even.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. That's what I did as well. I
Yeah.
put it just above break even. Okay. On these types of long swing trades, you do not like. Do you scale profit while it goes up, or you really wait for it to hit your TP?
I wait for TP, unless I see a like support that I want to hold get broken, because then I will start scaling out because it's more risky.
All right, got it.
Yeah.
Because I'm quite like you in leverage trading, and I from now I'm like I have more TPs, and I just scale like 5 to 10% flips while it goes up. So I kind of take less profits, but I'm making sure I'm making profits.
Yeah,
So it's a bit different, but I like what you do there.
yeah. I do
Very,
it
very
both.
good.
So I have both swing trades and scalp trades.
Oh, both like on long, you have like one swing trade, and then you have like a more aggressive scalp
Yeah,
trade?
usually it's that way.
Okay.
I have one separate account for swing trades. So I basically just enter, set my positions, my targets, my stop loss, and let that play out for days, weeks, months, however long it takes.
All right, that's a really good idea. I think I'll start doing that as well. Like a big swing trade, and then on the side, another more
Yeah.
aggressive one.
So yeah, just something I'm looking at. I mean, feel free to ask questions or coins if you want me to look at something specific.
Well, I'm big into meme coins. If there's one I really like, and I have quite a big bag of it. It's called Cook on Solana.
I'm
I
watching.
know some of the people in this group are really into it as well. Um, right now we saw like quite a big dip, and it's on a
Is it this one?
uptrend. Yeah, this one. Yeah, it's on a pretty okay uptrend, but I don't know really what to do on this one because I've been in since 500k, but I didn't take profit while it was going up, or like really really little profits, and now I'm not sure what to do with it.
Oh yeah, I remember this one. This was huge. I know a few people caught it very early. Yeah,
Yeah, I
this
was in
is.
pretty early there.
Yeah, it's not looking too hot.
So I have a pretty decent bag on it, but I don't want to marry my bags, you know. But I don't
Yeah,
want to.
yeah.
I'm not sure what to do. So
I married my bags when it comes to noob, and I ate that shit.
yeah, bro. It's just like
Ah,
I didn't sell when we were at the top, and I had like for me that was actually a big bag. Like I had like 50 sold, which was for my size it's quite big,
yeah.
and I didn't take anything.
Because these flows have been bouncing pretty many times, but we're still like very sketchy area.
Yeah, I'm holding for now, but I feel like the hold account is quite steady, and but I don't know about the like volume looks like it's kind of coming back in, but I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
skeptical on
24
on it.
hour, 115k. Most people are selling though.
Oh yeah, statistically, yeah, it's true.
Yeah, yeah. It was a slight increase in volume, but mostly sells there as well.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like now that it's going down, I want to take some part of the buys that I have on it, but I don't like selling on a big red candle. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I should just wait for a rebound, wait and see, because Solana looks like it's going well. So I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's a tough one. Meme coins are very difficult because if people really just moved on from this, it's most likely just gonna keep going down.
Right.
It's the same thing that happened here mostly.
Oh yeah, that looks dead now.
Yeah. So we got in very early on this one, but we got pretty destroyed because it just. Yeah, I think I got in somewhere here.
Wow. And you didn't take profits, like you round trip to buy basically.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't take profits, and then I fumbled all the way down back.
Yeah. Yeah, that's literally the same to what I did on the previous one. I was
Yeah,
really hoping for a second really big leg up, but I don't know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's a difficult one.
I will still wait for now, hoping it does something nice, but it's tricky.
Yeah, don't marry your bags. That's just. It's easy to say, but it's difficult. I know. But yeah, I mean ETH. Haven't looked ETH in a while. Yeah, so as like Bitcoin and Solana are already back in this range. Meanwhile, ETH is sailing under its daily range that it previously had. So that's bearish. No higher highs in the daily. Still below the 200 EMA on the daily as well. And I'm not sure how ETH Bitcoin is looking, but let's see. Yeah, this just looks horrendous still.
Oh, that's even lower than the range.
Yeah, I
One
mean,
is even lower.
this is it's cooked. As of right now, I would not be holding ETH.
Yeah, I am still holding my ETH.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I think it's like it's a bit late to sell now, so that's tricky.
Yeah, I know many people who have said that, and I've tried to convince them to sell still, but it is what it is. Hold on and hope for the best, I guess.
Yeah, but like Green says a lot. Like he never wants to hold weak positions.
Yep,
So like
I agree.
sometimes you just take the L and just try and go to new trades.
Yeah,
Because if is as you're saying right now, it's freaking that bearish. It's like just sell it and go to the next. Even if you take enough, right?
yeah, yeah. Most of the time, that's worth it.
Okay, okay. I will think about it then. Or like maybe even just rotate my ETH to the big meme coins on ETH like Mog, like
Yeah, Pepe.
great on base, Pepe, yeah. Because
Yeah,
it looks like they're way stronger now.
they are. Pepe had a beautiful bounce right off the trend line. Not sure how big that is. 75. Yeah, I can share a few videos. I know I have shared previously, like which guy mostly inspired me. My like strategy that I use, like it's a mix of some ICT price action concepts, liquidity concepts, and just price action in general. I don't use any indicators. I do use the CCI sometimes, but that's mostly on the higher time frames. Other than that, it's just look at what's getting respected and what's disrespected in the market, and you will it will get you like a long way. Any questions?
I think we've said it all, my friend. Thanks a lot for your time, by the way.
No worries at all. Hope Green is enjoying his Africa tour.
Yeah, it looks like he's having fun. Probably it's a bit hot. It looks like, but looks like, but
Yeah, I was in Dubai like a week ago.
oh yeah, I saw your photo with on the sauna and the nice view.
Yeah, yeah,
Looks
yeah.
like looks like you had fun.
Enjoy that.